You talked about making these other people rock stars. I would love to. We remember things so much better. 22 times better, actually, came out of a Harvard Business School study. When we hear a story, can you tell us a story about how CX is making rock stars out of the different departments and the department heads and the people around that are your internal customers?
Yeah, absolutely. One of my first hires in the CSM world was somebody who wanted to take a risk on me. They saw during the interview process that this could be a good fit. I like the vibe and energy that I'm getting here. This could be a great opportunity. This person was one of the first people that I hired, and we grew and we scaled, and we got it to a point where I actually took over a different department at that point, and he kept going on the track there. And I think we hired 18 CSMs to start. That team grew to as high as 80, I believe, under his tenureship. But then it got to a point where that customer thread disappeared, and you have different teams doing different things. And he was frustrated, but he had an opportunity to actually go to another company. And it wasn't in a role of, hey, let's have you come in as a director and here's your team of 12, 13 people. It was head of customer success globally. And it was one that what I saw him do under my tutelage, he learned a ton, but then he became his own person. And I make mistakes. I'm the first person to tell you I'll make mistakes. And there are times that I could go back to text messages and we probably have some, hey, you screwed up on this. But watched him go and take this company that was a COVID app, was the COVID darling. And it just went bonkers. And watching him grow. And then he's actually now at another company after that success, because now he has that passion of coaching and mentoring and developing, that it's out there. People always ask, why do you do this? If you say you do it for a paycheck, that's secondary. The reason you do this and the reason you grow is for the people. Is being good in the world and helping drive change. And that's where he is. And we're still good friends today. Actually, I had a chance to catch up with him last week. He's in great spirits and he's doing it in a completely different industry now. That's what I love to see it. And I'd love to be able to use names and all that stuff. I haven't had the conversation with him, so I don't want to embarrass him, but to see growth like that, and it's not just him, I've seen it with other people. When you have that focus and that approach, it's not just finding a diamond in the rough. We've done it multiple times with multiple approaches. And I've got product leaders who I just created relationships with. We still to this day call ourselves the Diamond Dogs after Ted Lasso. I had two rules that if you worked for me, one was you don't piss off person number one. Second rule was you don't piss off number two. And the third rule was learn from your mistakes. Simple as that. The reason that I had rule 1 and 2 in place was I need 1 to support the product, and I need 2 to change the product, the roadmap, take the customer buy-in. So you treat those 2 people as if they are your parents, your family. You treat it with all the respect. You approach it the right way with, here are the details, here are the facts, and here's what's being asked. Is this something that can fit into the roadmap? We joke today, and that person, she's gone on, she's now with a very large tech company in the Bay Area and overseeing the product there, but we still joke about it today. And I told her that whenever she retires, I'm sending her a plaque that has my 3 rules on it. Because but why are we doing that? We're doing that because they control the roadmap that is going to impact the customer, but they've got to make sure that everybody understands, why is the customer asking for this? How is it going to be utilized? And how do we make sure it goes? So.